Banished, how to prevent starvation and other catastrophic losses. You can see that this is my population and that it was going up steadily and then it came down and then it had a decline and it went up steadily again and it had a big decline. I didn't let it run out to zero, but I know it's going to run out. And the reason why is because people are too spread out and they don't have access to food. For example, over here, there's no food. So, one of the mistakes that I made is that I put all resources except for food at every market. So, you want to have at least one food item over here that's something like the honey so that they can produce food locally and they don't have to go looking for it. The other issue is during this time, I needed to build some infrastructure and they were not building anything. And I had to build like 30 buildings. I devoted like 200 people to building to finish up those buildings. If I didn't do it, I played for hours and hours and hours and they weren't finishing the construction. So I decided I'm going to put 200 people over there. That's probably why my food supply went low. I don't even know if the food supply went low. I guess it kind of did. Logs went low. Tools, so and so. So what I have to do, get all these windows open so that I can buy food as soon as it comes in. What I'm going to do, because I don't have food everywhere, I'm going to show you my mini map. You can see that I've got food over here and food over here. But in the south, this is new construction. Over here, there's no food. So over here, there's actually food here, but I guess it's not enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build honey in these areas to supply food. This one has no food. Number two, you see that there's a tavern here. We're going to see where this person lives. So you see the person lives right over here. There's a couple of people over here working. None of them are working on creating food. So they're going to have problems. What you want to do is move them more towards the center of your town, especially if they're near where the boats come in. But for whatever reason, it's just not doing enough. It's just not good enough. Looking for the things with the people. So you see, I don't have builders, I don't have laborers. I had to cut some things down. The fisherman, the beekeeper, the dairyman. So I thought about this. You don't want to lose your herd because it takes a long time to grow your herd. And the issue with the farming is that they got to be there to plant and they got to be there to reap. And if you miss it, you lose everything. So if you're going to get rid of something, you want to get rid of farmers because there's a high risk that they're going to fail. And I would definitely keep herdsmen up. We'll keep the gatherers up. Gatherers are usually outside the city. I could raise beekeepers. And we'll see if it makes a difference. So over here, you can see that this is where I just took all the logs out. And you're going to want to keep on doing that, right? So you go around like this to different places that have logs. Cut the logs. I definitely got a big supply of logs. And I know people are going to die. Hopefully, the reallocation I made of the employees, hopefully it'll make a difference, and hopefully it will provide more food. Got to keep the traders up. There's a possibility I might have to stop trading, and I might have to stem the population. I think I'm going to have to get rid of the brewers and stop trading. I'm going to get rid of all of my brewers. And I'm going to put people on fishing. The issue with the fishing is that they can get to be kind of far out, which means that, like, if they're way out here, then they're going to have trouble delivering the food to somebody. I'm going to put the population on a lower number so I can watch everybody die. Starvation, starvation, starvation. So I'm guessing I had to make this decision sooner. The other thing is, even though I don't have a lot of food, for example, here, the fishermen are kind of spread out along the river. They should be supplying a lot of food to the local marketplaces. I think the marketplaces are short on clothing. See, it says I got 2 wool coats. I got a ton of wool. Why aren't they making wool coats? You have to go to all of the tailors, find their buildings, and make sure they're using that wool up. Over here it says wool, 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 wool. For whatever reason, they're not producing very much. You got a huge supply of wool. These guys are all dying from starvation. So it's obviously going to be a food issue. So over here we don't have a big food supply. In fact, these guys take from the food supply. So I'm going to make sure I put in a beekeeper. The apiary. And when I play the game next time, when I start another game, I'm going to make sure I have food supply at every marketplace. And it's got to be something that they're not going to use for something else. So it has to be like potatoes or, something that doesn't turn into alcohol or whatever. I'm going to lose my orchards. Oh, I turned it off by mistake. I'm going to lose my orchards. That's okay. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens. You could also manually turn off all the farms. These are all going to be starvation. The other thing you could do is shut down the houses so that they all move towards the center of the city. But that's going to take forever. Usually, if there's nobody living there, there's no inventory. I hope this guy has food. Please have food. He's far away. Got lots of food, but he's so far away that it won't matter. He's up in the north of the map. So basically, this video is about the mistake that I made, which was not having a food supply near the marketplaces. When I needed food, it wasn't there. And I got rid of all of my workers from the school. I took all my school kids to get them to start building all those buildings that are far out there. You got to grow slowly. For example, you'll see that there is a fishing area right here who's got nothing. And it's probably going to be a long time before anyone builds anything here. You got to get the population back. All these buildings. Maybe I need more houses. Yeah, you know what? There's no houses over here. So that's another mistake I made. I am going to add some sort of a house. This is not going to be so easy. Got another boat here. He's got nothing good. No one's gonna... He's got no traders working here. So it doesn't matter. No one's gonna supply the goods or pick them up. Yeah, I need like a house over here. So I'm gonna have to put a small house. This is a small house right here. And try to fit one in somewhere else. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to stop the game right now. But that's what you got to do. And good luck with the game. If you have any questions or comments, please post below. And don't forget to go to cheapbooks.com to buy books and textbooks.